Hey, Coach. I just wanted to chat with you a little bit about the performance from Chris Duarte to start. We'll start with a positive. Seems like he's given you some really, really strong performances lately, and Chris with another one today, even in a loss.
No, I thought he did some good things. Bad turnovers, but other than that, I thought offensively tried to move the ball a little bit. He shot it well. So no, he tried to give us some good things. And you're right. An otherwise disappointing effort, he was a bright spot. But when you get out rebounded that poorly, when you don't make plays for each other, we only had 8 assists. Transition, the 26-11, we just didn't get back, and gave them a lot of transition baskets, and then coaching mistakes. The 14-2 run to start second half. I don't know what the hell I was waiting for. Giving up those kinds of baskets to start the second half. I just thought we had an experienced group out there, but I learned my lesson there. That was a pivotal run there, and just unbelievably poor defense on our part. The first three, Amari just stands there. We give up a transition three where we just leave the ball to right, and then 3 layups. So, and that's me. That's squarely on me. I should have taken that timeout a lot earlier and read him the riot act way before I did. So we're in this together, and we all got our share. But again, that anytime you give up, I think we gave up 46 in the second half. That's just not us. They score 79 points, 33 the first half, 46 the second, and 2 big runs there where we just gave easy baskets. So.
McKinley Wright, a good player. We know that. Did something change with him? He was 0 of 6 to start and then finished 7 of 8. Is that a situation, Coach, where you just tip your cap to a pretty darn good player down the stretch?
Well, we got him going. We gave him a couple easy ones in transition, and we gave him the open 3. We gave him a couple layups in transition. Got bailed out on a couple drives. And so that got him going.
Lastly, you're not going to have a lot of games where Eric Williams scores only 3 points and goes 1 of 9. He's going to get a bounce back against Utah, I'd imagine, Coach.
Well, I hope so. We depend on all those guys. We're a little shorthanded right now. We're dependent on those guys, to play well. And I know that's a lot of pressure on those 5 starters, but we depend on those guys. And, Eric was not good tonight.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for spending a few minutes with us, and good luck bouncing back against the Utes. We'll catch up with you on Saturday. Thanks for the time, sir.
All righty.
All right, we'll jump into the rest of the media now. We'll start with Chris Hansen from the Register Guard.
Yeah, hey, Dan, did you just chalk this game up as kind of just you guys kind of laid an egg on the road, considering, LJ didn't really play well in the first half, Eric had an off game, rough start to the second half, and how do you put this one behind you?
Well, we've got to put it behind because we've got to play Saturday. But, I do want our guys to learn from it. I want them to recognize what we have to do to be successful. And when we're not successful, what hinders us. And, again, I thought ball movement was really poor tonight, 8 assists. We had really bad turnovers. Turnovers that we weren't actually in any of our sets. We had guys trying to freelance a little bit, and we weren't successful there. And again, the rebounding, you're not going to be successful in many games when you get beat on the boards by 12, and we got beat by 12, so that's a significant difference.
James Crepea, the Oregonian.
Dana, scoring was a pretty top heavy with Chris and Eugene. Was the ball movement part of what played into that a bit for whether it be, again, you got some contributions late from them, but it seemed like a little bit too little too late, whether it was LJ or Chandler or you name it.
Absolutely. No, I think James, the ball movement was definitely part of it. We weren't penetrating and kicking. Made a lot of bad plays, either turnovers or contested shots. Didn't get to the free throw line. So those are all things that we've got to do a much better job of.
Matt Preem, 247 Sports.
And are you more concerned right now with the defense that you guys saw today, or is the offense maybe a bigger issue for you right now?
Well, I didn't like the ball movement. We had some bad turnovers in that, but we still shot the ball 48%, 36 and scored 70 points. But defensively, 46 in the second half, and the rebounds, those are effort. Those are things that, toughness, we've got to do a better job on. So it starts with those two things, but we do have to get better offensively, Matt, to answer your question. There's, you can't have 8 assists, 14 turnovers and be pleased. 14 assists, 8 turnovers, you flip those, and our offense is really much improved.
Jerry Thompson, Ducks Illustrated.
Yeah,
You're muted, Jerry.
sorry, Coach. The man-to-man press, or whatever you want to call it, at the end there really got you back in the game. I'm wondering if that's something that can maybe be used in the first half more, because you use a pre-pressing the whole game. So,
in a lot of cases, Jerry, it was, our bench, we played 7 guys. It's a little difficult. Luke, I gave a couple of minutes to, and he struggled a little bit there. If we're going to press more, we're going to have to play more than 7 guys, So right now, I do like some of the things we're doing pressing wise, but we would have to, figure out a way to get some more players playing.
Chris Hansen, Register Guard.
Yeah, Danny, did the time switch do anything to you guys preparation wise? I know you were talking the other day that you might be taking a nap right about this time to be prepared for that 8 o'clock game.
No, I mean, there's no excuses. We would have practiced differently. We would have had a shoot around today. It would have gone differently, but it is what it is, and you play the game when it's supposed to be. And we didn't have the shoot around, but other than that, no, it just, we didn't get it done. It's that simple. I mentioned all the deficiencies, whether it's the boards, the ball movement, the defensive stops and transition, coaching error to start the second half. We all contributed to, an effort that was not good enough to win.
James.
Looking ahead to what is now a Saturday night game rather than a Sunday morning game with Utah. Plummer is obviously really prolific from 3. Allen, you guys have faced for years now. How do you go about correcting this in 2 days' notice and playing those top 2 in particular?
Well, it's a quick turnaround for us. They're sitting there waiting for us. So, we'll just have to do some things mentally tomorrow. We won't be able to have a real physical practice, and then a good shoot around on Saturday and play Saturday night. But no, we're going to have to make some adjustments, and we'll see what kind of bounce back this team has after a poor performance. If you're going to be a good team, you got to bounce back and compete really hard. And so, I'm expecting that on Saturday night.
Monica Costello, AP.
Hi, Coach. I'm here at the arena. Just wanted to ask you, I'm sure you're tired of me asking this. What is going on that you haven't been able to win here? And knowing that coming in, how did you prepare, if you prepared any differently?
We don't. We came in, we thought we had what we wanted to do. We don't change the way we play in 20 conference games. This is particularly one that gives us problems, but we don't look at any one particular game as destroying our effort. We've been able to win a few conference championships. We've been able to win a few tournaments playing the way we play. But here at Colorado, we've had problems, but we've also had problems at Cal and we've had problems at Stanford. That's why college basketball is a home and road sport. Colorado's won one time at our place, so it's just, again, a tough matchup. Tad does a great job. Wright's been a pain in our rear. I hope he goes. I hope he doesn't stay around another year because he's been a pain in our rear. But, you know, it just, again, one of those places that has given us problems, and there have been a few of them. You know, this isn't the only one.
James. Jerry.
Coach, you know, I was looking at the defense half court. It looked like they're moving their feet, cutting their guys off. But it seemed like the Achilles heel was, if you think, was the drive to the basket where he couldn't make them go to their offhand, but giving them that right hand to the basket seemed to be the thing that turned the game around a lot of.
Well, Wright can go either way. I mean, he can go left. In fact, his percentages are higher going left than right. But he did get 2 big buckets driving by, you know, first Aaron and then Amari late. So, no, we didn't do a good job fighting the dribble. We didn't do a good job in transition, D especially, Jerry. You know, 26 points in transition. You know, you get a 30 of your points in transition, you're going to be in problem.
All right, Coach, that looks like all we have for you. Appreciate your time.
All righty.
Safe trip to Utah.